Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I have a couple wins that I wanted to start off sharing with you. I have two, but the first one doesn't really sound like a win at first, but bear with me. I'm going to explain to you why I think it is a win for early childhood. As you guys know, the kids have been learning that I need Jesus. And 2 weeks ago, they learned about the man who was paralyzed. The crowd was keeping him from getting to Jesus. And so his friends took him on the mat, lowered him down to the roof, down through the roof, and Jesus healed him and he was able to walk. The kids watched that video in chapel. They went back to their classrooms and where they were going to talk about what they learned and work on their craft. And in this specific classroom, there is a little boy who can't walk, and he has a special chair that he sits in, and the kids interact with him and are friends with him, and they see him every single week, and they know that about him. And one of the kids in the class asked Miss Ashlyn, who's the leader in there, one of the small group leaders, and said, I saw Jesus heal the man in the video, but why doesn't Jesus let him walk? Talking about the child and talking about their friend in the class. And I just kept thinking about that question this week, and just kind of hit me, how I would answer that, and how does that shake my faith when I say, well, why didn't God, or why doesn't God do this, or why doesn't God do what I think that he should? And of course, Ashlyn felt like, she wasn't equipped to answer that question. She didn't know how to answer it because she was so caught off guard by it. But I think it's a win because it shows that our kids who are 2, 3, 4 years old are wrestling with their faith. They're taking something that they're learning and they're asking questions to make sense of it and to sort it out. And we know that God can heal. God's able to heal, and he does heal, but he doesn't always. God sometimes takes our suffering and our pain and he engages it for something good or to display his glory, or sometimes he walks us through it because he wants to teach us something and he wants us to grow. And sometimes his answer to our prayer is no, or not right now, or that's not my plan. And it's hard for us as adults to understand that, to understand the nature of God, or to understand why, that it's his way and not ours. One of my favorite stories is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And reading through Daniel 3 this week just made me think about that story in the preschool room. Obviously, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not going to bow down to Nebuchadnezzar's God. And so in Daniel 3:17 through 18, it says, if we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. I love their faith in, but even if he does not, even if God doesn't deliver us from the furnace, he is still good and he is still God. And I think it's a win that that child asked that question, because it shows that what they're learning at church, what they're learning in chapel and in your small group room is colliding with their little world, with their friends and with their situations and with their experiences. And we don't always have all the answers, and that's okay. Part of the growing and the learning is in the questions that they're asking. And so I think it's a win. And it made me think of this song. It's called Still God, and I'll link it below if you guys want to listen to it, but it's just something that I was thinking about this week. But the other win that I wanted to share with you guys is we had so many new families this week. I think we had 7 new families total. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but third service, I was running around. There were so many new families, and we were walking new family after new family, walking them to their class and helping them drop off their kids and taking them on tours and showing them where everything was. And so it's a big win. We had a new family at each computer at check-in, at the check-in counter, plus a line. So we were just really excited about that. And so we've started these stickers that are at the check-in counters that our check-in volunteers will be giving our kids, and it says, my first visit. So they're going to give it to those kids that it's their first time. So be looking for this on your kids when they're getting dropped off. And this should cue you in to be intentional with the time with mom, dad, and your child. Make sure you're taking time to talk to them, to answer questions, to explain some resources in the papers that we're giving. And I know that we push this last year at our kickoff, but I just want to give the reminder to you to send cards out to our families saying that we are so glad that you came. We loved having your daughter or your son in our class, and we hope that you'll come back. As a staff, we send out cards to new families, but it means so much more coming from you all, coming from the person that they saw face to face on Sunday connecting with their child. It means so much more. And so just a reminder, we have the cart of cards in the volunteer check-in room. If you want to send a card, we'll mail it out for you. And the last couple things I wanted to share with you is we have 2 new tools that we're using to help us partner with families that we are really excited about. And the first one is our kids Facebook page, our children's ministry Facebook page that we just got up and rolling this week. And we're so excited about that because this is going to be a way for us to tailor the content, the stories, the things we want to highlight that are just specific to children's ministry. So we know this will be a way that we can interact and connect to our families better. The second thing is we have our parent text that we have starting up. We're trying to get the word out a little bit more and promote it, but we'll probably be starting that in the next couple weeks. But this is a way for parents to get ministry updates, family activities, the Bible reference and story for them to have at home to do with their child. So they're going to be able to reinforce what they're learning at church, but then also they're going to be the ones that are able to teach some of that before they come to church. So we're excited about that. All you have to do, I know a lot of you guys have kids and would like to sign up as well. All you have to do is text SE Kids to 733-733. So we have a lot of exciting things going on, and I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday.